The next thing I want to talk about is what I call the "this feels criminal" confusion. This is one of the most common misunderstandings I deal with. Someone will call my office and say, I need help with a criminal matter. When I ask what happened, they tell me that someone stole from them or damaged their property or harassed them or that the police mistreated them. Sometimes the behavior they are describing is illegal. Sometimes it is serious. But when I ask whether the government has charged them with a crime, they say, well, what happened is criminal. They are not wrong that the behavior is wrong, but that does not make them a criminal defendant. It might mean they have rights as a victim. It might mean they can report the incident to the police. It might mean they can file a civil lawsuit if someone harmed them. But none of that creates a criminal case against them. The only time you are in a criminal case is when the government accuses you of a crime. If you are the one who was wronged, you are not the defendant. I see this with people who feel they were treated unfairly by the police. They call upset and say they want a criminal defense attorney. When I ask whether they were arrested or cited, they often say no. They want justice. They want accountability. But that does not turn the situation into a criminal case that my firm can take. I want to talk about an example that has caused my office chaos in recent memory. I call it the harassment example. Let me give you the single most confusing example in Arizona: harassment. Harassment can be a criminal charge. If an officer arrests you or cites you for harassment, you are in fact facing a criminal charge and the government is trying to punish you. But there's also something called an injunction against harassment, and that is a civil order. It is not a criminal charge. Nobody is accusing you of committing a crime. It is a protective order, similar to an order of protection that someone can request without involving a prosecutor. These two situations sound identical when people describe them. Someone will call my office and say they were charged with harassment, but sometimes they mean they were served at their door with an injunction. No prosecutor, no criminal complaint, no jail exposure unless they violate the order. My own assistant recently triaged one of these incorrectly because the caller said they were charged with harassment. He scheduled a paid strategy meeting because he thought it was a criminal case. After we looked at it, we realized it was an injunction, a civil matter, not something our firm handles. And this is exactly why I'm making this video now.